What's up everyone, it's Bran here from Bloody Breakdown, and you may notice the shelves look a little bit barren behind me, and that's because I have cleaned off what is the most massive franchise within my horror collection, that being relatable to a very exciting movie for the horror movie community that's coming out here soon, Halloween. So what I figured I could do today is go over my entire Halloween movie collection from VHS to DVD to Blu-ray, and just kind of quickly show off, as quickly as possible, show off everything I have. So, let's go ahead and start with VHS, why not? Because, you know, it's the furthest back media that I currently still have in the collection. So we'll start off with the Halloween 20th Anniversary Limited Edition VHS that was released to coincide with Halloween H2O. It's really hard to see, but if you look just right, you can see Michael's face. Very hard to see. But this comes with the feature film and the Halloween Unmasked featurette. As you can see there, it is limited to 40K, and it is the cool one with the orange VHS tapes that everyone talks about so much. There's a keychain in here too, I believe, but I'm not seeing it. Alright, so next up in the VHS, Halloween. This is the anniversary edition in the clamshell. I really liked the casing for these. This is an Anchor Bay release. I really like the casing. I've got a couple of movies in the VHS clamshell case. But this is kind of, you know, VHS, bare bones, but cool casing. I like it. And next up, once again, Halloween, the Blockbuster Presents version, which this is one of the copies I used to always see hanging up in the Blockbuster whenever I'd go to rent movies. So it's kind of nostalgic to have it. And it's in really fantastic condition to be as old as it is, I'll say that. Alright, next up is Halloween 2. This is the Good Times release on VHS. Not a whole lot to say about it, but pretty cool little artwork there. Alright, and keeping with our VHS, we are now on to Halloween 3. This is another Good Times release. Once again, not a whole lot to say about this one, but I am a big fan of the artwork here on this. VHS had some of the best artwork, did it not? I mean, it's just fantastic. So up next, of course, this is Halloween 4 on VHS, released by CBS Fox Video. I believe this is another one that I've had since 8 or 9 years old, so it's in pretty good condition to be that old. I've generally taken care of most of the stuff that I have as far as this franchise and horror goes. Next up, no shocker here, Halloween 5. And I believe, yeah, this is also CBS Fox Video. Pretty cool cover art there. Pretty interesting back cover art there. And we'll move on. We're still in VHS, guys, so we're moving on here. This is the Dimension release of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers on VHS. You know, it is what it is. Next up, Halloween H2O on VHS. Another one that's surprisingly in good condition to be as old as it is. And last but not least here in the VHS department, I'm sure most of you already know, is Halloween Resurrection. This piece of garbage right here, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that'll round out the VHS. And look at this. This is just the VHS collection for Halloween. Just VHSs. We're going to lay those over here out of the way. Hopefully they won't fall over like the Leaning Tower they are. You know, we'll save DVD for last. We'll go ahead and we'll jump into Blu-ray because I have those most readily available to me. And here is the 35th Anniversary Edition that they released 5 years ago. Cool little booklet inside. You know, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have already seen this. You either have it or you've seen videos on it. But it pretty much just documents the first film with some rare pictures and artwork and things of that nature. And there's the movie back here in the little pocket. So that's a really probably my favorite to date release of the original film. And this is also the copy that they have in the box set, which we will get to here in just a moment. Alright, so moving on, Blu-rays. Also, this is the Halloween 1, the original, pretty much your bare bones release. Not a whole lot in the way of bonus features, to be honest with you. I think it's got a cut above the rest, and some commentary. This one, on the other hand, has got a whole lot of bonus features, including Jamie Lee's first, you know, outing with the fans in quite some time, as far as a convention goes. So up next, Blu-ray Halloween 2 30th Anniversary Edition. This is the one with Terror in the Aisles as the bonus, which is pretty much one of the main reasons I picked this up, because honestly, between the Scream Factory release and the box set release, really the only thing this one has to offer is that little bonus documentary. But it is worth it in my opinion. So also, still in Halloween 2, speaking of the Scream Factory release, here it is with the slip cover. I think I have the same cover going on up under it, even though you can switch it. Oh, little lighting issue there. But yeah, there that is. And you can switch it with essentially what it looks like here. And you'll notice that it's missing. That's because I am currently watching it right now as we speak, and working on the next episode of Bloody Breakdown, actually. So we'll move on now to Halloween 3, where I also have the Scream Factory release of that as well. Fantastic cover art, as always, from Scream Factory. I believe, yeah, I have the same cover here as well. And the other one is pretty much just like the disc is. So yeah, and some really good, interesting bonus features on this one as well. We got some, honestly, I haven't really seen a good documentary up until this point, or anything like that on Halloween 3, so this one had a really good one. But we'll move on here, because I know this is going to take a long time. We're going to talk about Halloween 4 here on Blu-ray. This is, I believe this is Anchor Bay, I believe, yeah. And, you know, pretty bare bones on this one. Just pretty much your, you want to get the movie on Blu-ray. I think it's got a H4 and 5 discussion panel on here. But it's a good one. Pretty good one. And speaking of 5, here is the release on Blu-ray of Halloween 5. Pretty bare bones on this one as well. It's got, you know, on the set footage and things like that. But this one's decent as well. Up next is Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers on Blu-ray. This is another standard release. I don't think it really has any bonus features at all whatsoever. But if you just want to watch the movie on a Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray format, it's pretty good. And next up, by Echo Bridge, this is Halloween H2O on Blu-ray. The cover art is slightly different on Blu-ray than it is on the DVD, but it's enough to catch your eye. A little bit more full-body Michael. But yeah, not a whole lot in the way of bonus features on this one, but there that is. Alright, up next is Halloween Resurrection on Blu-ray. According to the back here, special features are commentary tracks, all the different alternate endings, and a couple of deleted scenes and things like that. So this one's got a couple of bonus features on it that are, you know, kind of worth checking out if you're into Resurrection. Up next is Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is the 2-disc unrated collector's edition. This is the one with the 4.5-hour documentary on the making of this film, which is a pretty interesting watch if you haven't checked it out. Like I said, you definitely want to have some time handy before you do so. 4.5-hour documentary, way longer than the movie. So yeah, and according to this, it has, and by the way, this is the director's cut. I can never find the theatrical cut for either one of Rob Zombie's films on Blu-ray. I do have them on DVD, but not on Blu-ray. But it comes with the standard grouping of bonus features on this movie. So we'll move on to Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Once again, the unrated director's cut here on Blu-ray. It's got a lot of deleted and alternate scenes and, you know, just things of that nature. Nothing too big, honestly, but there that is. And last but not least, when it comes to the Blu-ray, I figured it would be awesome to just go ahead and show this big boy right off the rip. This is the Halloween Blu-ray box set. This is the big one, the big box set, ladies and gents. And I'll pull them out and show them here. Comes with a cool little booklet with information on the series, you know, all the way through the entire series. The booklet's one of the coolest things about this box set, honestly. I don't think enough people really talk about it. But Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I'll just go backwards with these. This has a few more, well, a few more, I think one or two more things that are different than on the other Blu-ray I showed you. And this one also has the complete box set bonus disc with a lot of cool stuff on it as well. Of course, the box set wants to give me hell. Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween. This one seems to be pretty much the same thing as the other Blu-ray. Halloween Resurrection in the box set. And this one's definitely, I think this is the one that's got a few extra things on it, but nothing really huge. A lot of it's mostly the same. H2O from the box set, and this one does have new commentary and a new making of Halloween H2O on it. So that one's definitely cool. This was one of the biggest reasons to buy the box set, that being Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers, where of course you're getting the producer's cut and, you know, all new documentaries and all new commentaries and things of that nature. Of course, here's Halloween 5 from the box set. Maybe a few extra things added there from the other Blu-ray. Halloween 4 from the box set. Halloween 3 from the box set, which is in most honestly, these two from the box set are just the Scream Factory releases with different cover art to kind of coincide with the overall theme of the box set. And there's that. It's got the TV cut, just like both or the other version of the Blu-ray had. And here is the original Halloween on the box set in the Blu-ray, and this is more along the lines of that 35th anniversary that I showed you guys earlier. It's got most of that same stuff on it. So that's that, and yeah, these are the Blu-rays, guys. These are the Blu-rays. Holy shit. It's getting a little ridiculous, don't you think? Getting a little ridiculous. Someone should do something about this. Alright, so now we're going to move on to DVDs. This will be the last category for this really uber long video. I am a Halloween fanatic. If you guys didn't believe it, you probably do now. Hey, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe we'll show off the DVDs now. So let's go ahead and jump into the DVDs. Here is the bare bones Anchor Bay release. Nothing to really brag about. I think anyone who is even a fan of this movie at all has at least this copy. So there you go. Up next is the limited edition lenticular cover here. You'll see it freaking out right before your eyes. I got 5,155 out of, who knows? It doesn't say. But it is pretty damn rare from what I understand, or limited. It's pretty much the disc, the regular disc and the TV version. With a few little extra things here and there, but this was released a while back. And there's also another version of it that's not limited. As you can see, the difference, this one's a whole lot bigger, the limited one is, and the non-limited one still has the lenticular cover, and it still is 2-disc. It's got a different cover art for the TV version, the one we're a little bit more used to seeing, I believe. But we also have the Halloween 25th anniversary DVD with the cool, you know, cool holographic art. This is also a 2-disc, and the second disc on this one's bonus material as opposed to the TV version on the other ones. This one's got a cut above the rest also. So, speaking of that TV version, here it is. Solo, the extended version with the scenes shot for TV. That's the original Halloween. So I have this particular version like 8 or 9 times, I guess, at this point. And rounding off the original Halloween on DVD, this is just simply a variation of the cover that I bought on eBay. It was from Korea, I believe. So hopefully south. I don't know. But it's basically just the fact that things are a little different on the cover art is the only reason I purchased it, front and back. Nothing different about it at all, really. So Halloween 2, this is the Universal release here. Nothing really special about it. There it is. And this is the Good Times release for Halloween 2, which, interestingly enough, contains a picture here on the disc of Michael Myers from the 6th film, which hadn't happened yet. Interesting, right? It's also on the back here. Weird. Here's a really cool entry in the collection. This is Halloween 2. This is a German media book, as it's called, and it is really dusty in this one little area, and that upsets me. But anyway, so there's the film there. Here's a cool little booklet in between about Halloween 2 specifically, but there's some information about the other movies there. And here at the end, Halloween 25 Years of Terror documentary that comes right along with it. I have 1,711 out of 2,000, so this is pretty damn rare. One of the crown jewels of my Halloween collection. Really proud of this one. Alright, so up next is the first bootleg in my collection. This is the ultimate cut of Halloween 2. And how they do this is they play scenes that are, say for example, from the TV version, and they'll play the version from the theatrical release right back to back, so you get to see both versions and get to kind of see how they differ. So it's a pretty cool little version, but I could only find it on bootleg on certain websites, so I picked it up. I think it's a pretty cool little release. Alright, up next is Halloween 3. This is the Universal release on DVD. I like the artwork on it. It's pretty cool. However, there is also the Halloween 3 DVD from Good Times Entertainment, which, it's alright. I don't know if it's quite as good as their VHS cover they have. And speaking of some German releases, we got another one here. This is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. This is the Red Edition Reloaded, which has got some pretty cool packaging here. Pretty cool little casing. I think it's cool anyway. Up next we move on to Halloween 4, and this is your standard release right here of Halloween 4. This is Anchor Bay. Pretty bare bones on that. This is also Anchor Bay from Halloween 4, but this is the special DivaMax edition. It looks a little bit better visually on the disc, and there's a couple more extra features. Pretty much the only difference. This is a special edition that I got. It's from the UK of Halloween 4. Pretty cool. It's another Anchor Bay release. And another Red Edition Reloaded, the German edition of Halloween 4. And I just really like the cool packaging on these. They're really hard to find, from what I understand. At least these two that I have were really hard to find. I think there's one for Halloween 1, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd like to find that. And here is the Halloween 4 10. Apparently I have 1,728 out of 40,000. So a pretty low number, honestly. I know people like to get real low or real high numbers on these, but there's that. There's the 10. I'll even crack it open for you and show you on the inside. There is a little insert there, and there's the DVD in like a CD jewel case inside. So yeah, that's 1 through 4 on DVD. We're gonna keep it going, guys. We're gonna keep it going. All right, we're still on DVD. This is Halloween. I I believe this is Anchor Bay, kind of a bare bones release here. A couple of extra features, but nothing to really speak of. The special edition from the UK of Halloween 5, also Anchor Bay. This is the special Divimax edition of Halloween 5. And I also have the 10 for Halloween 5 as well. And this is 5,110 out of 1,500. So even less of these were made. So this one's really difficult to get your hands on. It's got a little card here. It's got a cool little booklet, which I guess I can flip through it real quick for those of you who aren't, you know, who don't have the booklet and this really rare but cool tin. And kind of the same look on the inside with the jewel case there. But yeah, that's the Halloween 5 DVD 10. So we'll move right along to Halloween 6 is what's up next. And this is your just bare bones Dimension release for the Curse of Michael Myers right here. Nothing really special about it in the way of features. This is another bootleg way before the box set ever came out. I too was the owner of a little bootleg called Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, the Producer's Cut. And there it is. There's my original bootleg that even though I have the legitimate Producer's Cut, I still keep this bootleg in my collection to this day because it, up until the studio got off their asses and gave us that professional looking cut, that's what I watched. So yeah, it's kind of special to me. So next up we have Halloween H2O. This is the Dimension Collector Series. Not a whole lot of bonus materials. There's a little featurette called Unmasking the Horror, and there's some trivia and a music video, I think, from like Creed or something. And here we have another bootleg, and this is the work print edition of Halloween H2O that they've titled, the working title of the film, Halloween 7, The Revenge of Laurie Strode. And basically it has a couple of differences, like the TV scenes. There was 1 or 2 different TV scenes shot for H2O. And there's just a couple of different little things, a couple of alternate scenes, some deleted scenes. The score is the main reason to check out the work print version of this film, because it has a lot of the Ottman original score instead of just the recycled crap they used from Scream and other random 90s horror flicks. Up next is Halloween Resurrection on DVD, and this is it's released by Alliance Atlantis. Not a whole lot special on here, honestly. There's a couple, like, you know, audio tracks and things of that nature. And we have another bootleg here. This is the work print version of Halloween Resurrection, going with the original title Halloween the Homecoming. And it's the one with the different intro, with the dark-headed Michael Myers as a child. There's a couple of different scenes in here that are different. So, you know, alternate deleted scenes. This is widescreen if you're interested. And moving along here into the Rob Zombie films, we have the 2-disc special edition of the original here. And this is actually the theatrical cut, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. And this is a 2-disc. And it's got a lot of stuff on that second disc. So, yeah, this is the theatrical release. Yes. And it is, I'll give it, they really murdered it with extra features on that one. Now, this is the unrated director's cut, also a 2-disc. It's got the same features pretty much on this one. You're just, do you want the director's cut? Do you want the theatrical cut? That's pretty much the only difference in those releases. Up next is another German steelbook here. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween. I don't really read German, so I don't know what kind of special features it has on it, but there's the inside if you're interested. And I really bought it because I enjoy the cover art and just, you know, having as many different versions of this movie and the sequels that are out there. So up next, I believe this is my last bootleg. This is the work print for Rob Zombie's Halloween. This one, it says this version contains scenes and dialogue different from both the director's and theatrical versions, and it does. It's probably more so than the Resurrection or H2O bootlegs that I have. This one's got some different stuff on it. Alright, we're winding down now, guys. We're down to the final three entries here in my Halloween movie collection. Up first is the theatrical release of Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 on DVD. I think I actually do kind of prefer this version over the director's cut. But this one's a little difficult to find. Can't find it on Blu-ray anywhere, but I did pick it up on DVD. Alright, and of course is the unrated director's cut of Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's H2 on DVD. There's a couple of little special features on here, mostly deleted and alternate scenes. And to finish it out, since I've gone through all the DVDs and Blu-rays and VHS, there's one more DVD, and of course that is, I showed it earlier as a part of one of the sets that I had, but I do have it on its own as well, and that is Halloween 25 Years of Terror, the documentary. I hear there's a new documentary that they're working on for the 40th anniversary. So I'm interested to see that, but in the meantime, yes, I've been checking this out for the last several years, last 15 years. I really like this documentary. It's put out by Anchor Bay. So yeah, it's a fantastic documentary. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely do so. And that rounds out the collection. Like literally, you know, I showed off the VHS and the Blu-ray. Here's half of the DVDs, and here is the other half right here. So yeah, people, I have a problem. I have a lot of Halloween films. I know over 60 some odd versions of each, you know, it's a lot. Let's just put it like that. And I know I've wasted a lot of time here. I'm glad you guys stopped by and checked out my collection. I know there are Halloween fanatics just like myself out there who are, you know, you can barely contain ourselves for this upcoming sequel, Halloween 2018. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut my trap. But before we go, guys, I want to know what you think about this awesome Halloween collection, because it's one of the few things that I will pat myself on the back about. I've amassed a pretty good Halloween collection over the years. So what do you guys think about the collection? If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below, or anything else you want to talk about pertinent to the Halloween series or this channel. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and ring that notification bell if you haven't already done so to never miss another upload. Speaking of uploads, if you enjoyed this upload, leave me a thumbs up. I'd be greatly appreciative of that. And as always, guys, if you check down below in the description section, you'll see links to follow, friend, like, and share me all over social media. And of course, even a link to our Patreon account where you, yes, you can reap the benefits and the perks that come with supporting this channel financially. So with that said, guys, I'm Bran from Bloody Breakdown. I hope you enjoyed this massive collection I have, and we'll catch you next time.